Hello, I'm Lydia and I'm going to show you my process behind creating this short animated loop. I always start with a reference video, so here I got my big brother to help me create a video that I will then use for the entirety of my process to create this animation. I'm now creating the 4 keyframes, which is like just the 4 main poses. So it'll be the clap when they're both clapping each other, and the 2 claps when they are clapping their own hands. So yeah, there'll be 4 key poses. I'm doing the arms that are closest to me drawn in red, and the arms that are further away in green, just so that it helps me differentiate all the hands, because it can get quite complicated when you're drawing all the in-between frames and you don't really know which hand is which. Now I'm creating the final 2 keyframes, which is kind of they're identical, so really there are 3 keyframes, but in the animation there are 4. Now I've started in-betweening, which is the part that takes the most time. It's just drawing in between those 4 keyframes. This is definitely my favourite part of the process because I love working out movements. Yeah, I'm just using my reference video as like a Bible sort of. I'm just drawing in between all those poses, and then in between them, and then in between them, and then I move frames around and get rid of frames and add frames. And the more you practice this, the easier it is to know where the frames need to be and what frames you need to draw. Yeah, you can see it coming along quite nicely. Here is the final kind of rough animation. So yeah, I've done all the animating now. Oh no, yeah. So now I'm drawing I decided that I wanted the heads to move because they looked a bit static, so I'm making each head follow the arms. So you can see the in-betweening a bit more here. So it's literally like dot to dot to me. You just draw in between the 2 frames. But it's not always like exactly in between. It depends what the movement is. Now I'm making their heads like bob up and down because I was looking at the reference video and I saw that our heads weren't completely like just moving left to right. They're also going up and down a little bit. So yeah, here is the final rough animation, well, the final animation, and then is the mammoth job of cleanup, which takes ages. You're drawing over every single frame in the right colour, in the right line that you want. Yeah, so I use TV Paint, which is the program that you see I'm using here, and then I also put it into After Effects after. You can also animate on, sorry, it's my dog. You can also animate on Photoshop or Flash, and I know this is a digital arts festival, but if you don't have any of this fancy stuff, you can also just use like some bits of paper and pen and like use a window or something as a light box so that you can see through the paper and just draw images over and over and over each other. You can also, there's loads of apps that you can get on your phone to like take pictures that turn it into like an animation. There's like that, what's it called? On Nintendo DS, you could use to animate on that, couldn't you? You can literally use like anything. So if you don't have like fancy equipment or like tablets or like even a computer, you can still do animation. Like there's loads of ways to do it, and it's really fun, and I think you should do it. Altogether, this animation took me around 8 to 10 hours. It was the most complicated one that I've done out of the 5 idents. Yeah, now I've just stuck it onto After Effects and added some cool effects, changed the background, and there we go, that is the finished animation.